Mean stack, MERN stack, Python full stack. If you're planning to become a developer, these three names appear everywhere. But here is the problem. Many beginners spend 6 months learning a stack and later realize the market expects something different. So in this video, I'll clearly explain mean versus MERN versus Python full stack with real examples and job opportunities so you can choose the right stack for your career. So before comparing stacks, let's understand what full stack development actually means. Imagine you're building a food delivery app like Swiggy or Zomato. This application has three main parts. So first comes under front end. This is what users can see. So let's take an example. Restaurant list, search bar, order buttons, adding to the cart, adding to the bag. All these options that you can see, user can see, comes under front end. To develop front end, we can use the technologies like React and Angular. Second one is backend. Backend handles server-side logic. So, for example, placing an orders, calculating a bills, handling payments, all this comes under a backend. Backend technologies includes Node.js, Django. Third one is database, where all the data is stored. So you want to store the user's data who logged into the Zomato or Swiggy and who add kind of restaurants data and orders information. And a particular user is ordered how many a particular user is make how many orders, and all this information can be stored into the database. Example, MongoDB or MySQL or Oracle. So a full stack developer typically works on all these three parts. Okay, let's start with mean stack. Mean stands for M for MongoDB, E for Express.js, A for Angular, N for Node.js. The biggest advantage of mean stack is that everything uses JavaScript. Front end JavaScript, back end JavaScript, server also JavaScript. For example, imagine building an employee management tool. Employees can log in, update profiles, and view salary slips. So Angular can build the dashboard interface for all these options. Node.js handles backend APIs. MongoDB stores employee data. This stack is often used in large enterprise systems because Angular provides a structured framework. However, the only complexity comes into mean is Angular. Angular can feel a bit complex for beginners because of its structure and build time and etc. So coming to MERN stack, so which is extremely popular today. MERN stands for M for MongoDB, E for Express.js, R for React, N for Node.js. The only difference between main and MERN is the front end. Instead of Angular, MERN uses React. React is widely used by companies like Facebook, Netflix, Airbnb. For example, imagine building a movie streaming platform like Netflix. React can build the UI components, Node.js handle the APIs, MongoDB stores movie data and user profiles because React is flexible and component based. So startups like heavily uses MERN stack. So coming to Python full stack. Okay. So here is the backend. Here the backend is built using Python frameworks like Django and Flask. So front end can still use either React or Angular. So let's take a real world example for this. Suppose you want to build a hospital management system. Doctors, patients, appointments, reports. These systems require strong backend security and authentication. So here the major advantage in this backend is Django. Django by default provides many built-in features like authentication, admin dashboards, database integration. That's why Python is widely used for backend heavy applications. Okay, let's talk about job opportunities, which is the most important factor for beginners. First, MERN stack. Developers with skills in React and Node.js are currently in high demand. Many startups and product-based companies use these technologies. Example include companies like Flipkart, Paytm, Swiggy. So because of this, MERN stack developers often get opportunities in startups, product-based companies, SaaS platforms. Next, mean stack. Companies using Angular often include large IT service organizations like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Tech Mahindra. These companies build large enterprise applications using Angular. Finally, Python full stack. Python developers are in high demand because Python is also used in AI and data science. Technology technology companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Optum use Python for many backend systems on data platforms. So, if you are a beginner, which stack should you choose? Choose MERN if you enjoy JavaScript and if you want startup or company jobs, and if you like building modern web applications. Choose Python full stack if you want opportunities in AI or data science, and if you prefer simple syntax, and if you enjoy backend development. And also, the main advantage of Python is it provides a variety of opportunities. You can go through a AI development, and you can go through a backend development, you can become a data scientist, etc. So main stack is still powerful, but today many developers prefer MERN stack because of React's popularity. Okay. So here is the important thing many developers don't realize. Companies don't hire developers just because they know a stack. They hire developers who can build applications. So instead of just learning syntax, build projects, deploy them, and add them to GitHub. That's what brings interview calls. So the stack does not get your job, your skills and projects do.